another episode of Chad and Friends Beer Reviews. Or maybe I should say Chad and Internet Superstars Beer Reviews.
Wow.
This is Brent, aka brentalfloss.
How's it going?
And Brett, aka Captain S.
Tip of the hat, wag of the finger.
If you guys are video game buffs, you have seen them both on screwattack.com and of course on YouTube. Brentalfloss is Brentalfloss, and Brett is under PVC Productions, right?
That is correct, Chad.
We've been internet buddies for a little while. Well, Brett is actually on my Facebook friends.
Chad and I like to get in heated political discussions sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we're not gonna talk about that today.
Today we're just here to drink.
Yeah, save that for the internet.
Only religion are we going to talk about today at the table.
And I'll tell them how they're both wrong.
Oh, man.
But not until we're drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, we are drinking the Saranac 12 Beers of Winter mix pack. We just list off the beers here. There's a Belgian ale, the Big Moose Ale, which is an American pale ale, maple porter, the Winter Lager, German style lager, the Rye IPA, you know I love IPAs, and the Black Lager.
Alright, first up we got our Big Moose Ale. Saranac, right?
Right.
Saranac Big Moose Ale is a full-flavored American pale ale. The medium-bodied malt sweetness is balanced by a nice crisp bitterness from hand-selected Centennial and Cascade hops. Look for a vibrant, citrusy hop aroma that will leave you craving another swig. I will.
Right, so we got like a nice, it's like an amber proper color, like just straight up amber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's it smell?
Definitely getting hops in the nose.
Yep.
I'm happy.
That's about all I'm getting though.
Alright, you guys want to dive in?
Let's do it.
Alright.
Bitterness right up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the hoppiness. This is pretty typical American pale ale.
Yeah, because you got the hoppy bitterness right up front, and then like kind of as you breathe out, you get the malt.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like grainy.
It's not bad.
Yeah, there's very little aftertaste to it. There's no skunkiness to it. Or
Right.
Would you call that a clean finish? Yeah. I'm just kind of playing
it's
with
crisp.
all this.
It's you know, it's good. I mean, it's not. It's good, but it's forgettable.
Gotcha.
I think, yeah, this is like a, does that say the ABV on here? Seems rather low.
Like I bet like 5.5. That's my guess.
We'll have to look it up. I'll put it on the bottom of the video.
It's good though. I mean, I could see myself putting about 18 of these back and not, and not really, not giving it a second thought.
Yeah.
I like it. It's not too watery, and it's, like you said, crisp. I like there's a little bit of like a caramel sweetness in there too.
Yeah. Well, they nailed it. I think it's just like a really conscientious moose. Just made that in the back, and it's not bad. It's
Now,
what you guys said.
Usually what I do is rate on a scale of 1 to 10, but since we're just sampling, I'm just going to kind of give thumbs up or thumbs down. So, what do you guys think? Thumbs up for Big Moose Ale?
Ooh.
I give it.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, you know,
Just because. All right, so the next one we're moving on to is the Winter Lager, which is described as a German-style lager. Our Saranac Winter Lager is a rich, malty, German-style lager made with traditional German malts and hops and fermented with a lager yeast. Look for a rich but smooth, malty taste balanced by an impressive Hallertau hopping, a nice reward for enduring our cold winter months. Cheers. Now, the Hallertau hops, that's the one that Sam Adams talks about, the fact that they use.
Yeah.
Which are supposed to be these prized hops. So this should be good.
pour first.
This is a darker than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lager down the ale like the last one. It's like a copper color. Got a nice little head there for third. But
Dissipates pretty quickly though.
really, mine's sticking around.
Mine's pretty much gone already.
Probably
Like, you never have too much.
Maybe you gave it a little bit better pour than I did.
What about this? The aroma.
It's faint. It's not really overpowering.
Yeah. Do
But
you get a little bit of
yeah.
spice there?
It's like there's something not just beer, you know, like
It's like a little grainy, but you get a little bit of spice there.
Yeah, a little like a pumpkin pie spice or something, or even like maybe I'm stretching here, but almost like chocolate.
Yeah, a lot of winter lagers they're made with like chocolate malts.
Yeah.
All right, so try this one.
I like that.
Kind of sweet, kind of nutty.
Yeah. It's almost, it's reminding me of like a nut brown ale, even though it's a winter lager.
A little bit, you're right. You're right.
This is just a really friendly beer.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and I've never really understood, like, fundamentally why summer beers in the summer, winter beers in the winter. You know, like, I'll see the different, like, me being the beer noob here, I'll see the different varieties and go, oh, okay, that's a winter beer, but this really feels like something I could cuddle up to by the fire, you know?
I think actually I might be drinking a little too cold. I can tell.
Yeah, this one could probably be like a cask ale. Could be, you know, about 50 degrees and probably would be
Throw it on some ice, kind of like champagne kind of thing, where it's not like fridge cold. Like, what would you
I mean, you can take it out of the fridge, let it sit.
Let it sit for sit for just a short period of time.
Gotcha.
And then, I'll bet we'd get a little bit. I bet we'd get some more character out of this beer if it weren't as cold as it was.
It reminds me a little bit of Sam Adams Winter Lager. Have you ever had that?
I haven't had that.
That's one of my favorites. So, Saranac Winter Lager, I give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up too.
Me too.
Woo!
We're back, and now we're trying the Rye IPA, or India Pale Ale. And if you've been following me for a while, you know I love IPAs, and if you're a first-time viewer, welcome. Let me read the description right here. An IPA with a rye twist. Saranac Rye IPA is an aggressively hot brew, sure to take your taste buds on an adventure. We've stepped away from the mold of typical IPAs and selected premium rye malt and a unique mix of spicy hops. Look for a crisp, brazen finish. Enjoy. And what I should have done before is I brought the Saranac website on my phone right here. This is 2-row rye malt, Hallertau Saz hops, 5.95% ABV. So
the description sounds like they're like trying to intimidate you. Yeah. This will take you on an adventure. It's brazen. It's gonna shake you up, mofo.
A little lighter in color than the last one.
We all got a pretty big head there. Well, you guys did.
I mean,
I give the top of the bottle doesn't get a big.
I think, well, and I also, because when you get to the bottom, you're kind of like, you know, dumping out the.
I usually get a lot of head in my kitchen.
As any good kitchen should.
Sure. Hoppy.
Well,
but I mean,
so, you know.
I'm actually smelling like the malts in here.
I think you got a better nose than me, sir. I'm always like, is it placebo? Is it me?
There's a little. I'm getting a little sweetness in the.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one. I think this should be good.
All right, you wanna go?
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of like a dryness, like that you would get from like a rye bread. You get like this like rye bread aftertaste.
You know what I'm noticing right away is that the hops are intense immediately, but they dissipate. Like they don't. Sometimes you get IPAs that are just so heavy-handed, and the hops just linger and linger, and like an hour later you're still like.
Yeah.
But this one, it's like the hops are there, but then they kind of.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. And that rye is there, like I said, you get like this like kind of rye bread taste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had an IPA that used rye malt before.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting. It's yeah, I'm not loving this, but you know, I don't hate it either.
No, it's not bad. It's you know, I think with everything so far, it's they're not doing anything wrong. You know, they're playing it safe and creating, you know, decent drinkable beers, but nothing that's going to make you be like, that's it.
The drinkability on all these has been pretty good. Like they're pretty
for sure.
smooth, you know.
I haven't found anything yet where I'm just like, oh, that's the last time I'll drink that.
No, for an IPA, and IPAs tend to sometimes not be approachable to somebody who's not into beer, and I think that this one, if you want to introduce somebody to an IPA, I'm going to give it a thumbs up just because it's a I believe it's like a gateway drug to IPAs.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brett?
I give it a thumbs up. I mean, it's, you know, sometimes stuff's too hoppy for me. Maybe I'm that person to whom something more hoppy would be not quite accessible.
Like drinking a pine tree.
Right. And this, this was like just enough hops where I was like, hey, I enjoy this. I can get into more of this. So I'll give it a thumbs up.
I'll give it a thumbs up on the basis of the originality.
Yay, peer pressure.
Beer pressure.
Hey! Aha!
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.